Hey guys, what's up? It's Mike. So I'm sorry for the late review. I made a video last week, but hold on, no, I'm about to sneeze. But YouTube deleted it because it was too long. So I'm redoing it and breaking it up into two parts. Um, I'm gonna be reviewing the first wave of bad books that I purchased, which is um the New 52 by DC, Batman and Robin, on sign, you can see that, Detective Comics, and Batman. So I'm going to be starting off with the weakest book and then moving on to the strongest one. Uh, but also, since this past weekend was New York Comic Con, I'm going to be wearing this Super Saiyan Goku hair that I got. There's a ton of swag, ton of stuff happened. So let's start off with this first one. So yeah, this is gonna be broken into two parts, and let me start off with the book I think is the weakest, Batman and Robin, by Peter J. Tomasi, Patrick Gleason, and Mick Gray. Um, so I'm not saying that this book is terrible or that you shouldn't read it. I'm just saying that out of all the bad books that I purchased, I like this one the least. So this book takes place in present DC universe, or like present time. Um, Batman is Bruce Wayne is Batman. His son Damian is Robin, and it starts off with in Russia with Russian Batman. I forgot his name. He's beating up some bad guys, and then he gets defeated by this dude in a high tech suit. Um, and then you move on to see Batman talking to his son Damian, trying to teach him about why he's Batman. Because, as you know, or some of you might not know, Damian Wayne was raised as an assassin to succeed his father by Talia al Ghul. And it's very long, the talk. They decide, and Bruce sums it up by saying that he's going to celebrate his parents' anniversary instead of their death. Robin doesn't really get it because he has no feelings. So moves on to them stopping a bunch of criminals, and Robin inadvertently ends up killing them by when they're in a ball of like it heats up, it gets superheated, and they all get cooked inside, and ends up with Batman reprimanding him for failing at what they do. They don't kill, killing isn't an option. And then the book ends with Russian Batman and the dude who takes him down, and this man ends up killing Russian Batman. It's just very brief, just not too much. I might have spoiled this book for some of you. I'll be sure to put spoiler alert in the video description, I guess. Somewhat spoilers. For all you who might have cared, or maybe you already read it. So let's start off with the story. Tomasi, he has had experience writing Bat books or Batman and Robin before. He wrote before the reboot of Batman and Robin. He did a White Knight arc, which I liked a lot. As of this arc right now, I don't really like Batman and Robin. Not because Tomasi doesn't know how to write. It's just this arc is meant to be as an introduction for new readers, and I find that move the camera a little bit. And as an introduction, this doesn't appeal to me. I know the Bat myth and history and things like that, so I find it a little long-winded about the talk between Damian and Batman, and the villain doesn't appeal to me either. It's just another dude in a suit who wants to kill Batman. Really, it's like whatever. But Tomasi knows how to write. He can captivate you. It's interesting if you haven't read it, and it's also interesting if you even if you with the reboot. I'm interested in seeing how this arc turns out. It can only get better. Tomasi's a good writer. Art wise, this book is good. Patrick Gleason, I believe he also did the artwork with Tomasi in his last Batman arc, which I liked a lot. His art is good. His Batman's sleek. His Bruce Wayne Batman is very sleek, the cavaliers are very short. Even with the new costume, he does very nice. Um, One weird thing I have a problem with actually in the artwork is Robin's costume on the cover is different than his costume in book. On the cover, he has like these weird feathers. I'll be posting in the video somewhere, but it's like I don't know. The costume this looks dumb. The feather costume. He has a regular cape in the story, but I also don't like Robin's hood. The Damian Wayne's hood thing. I feel like out of all the Robins, I like his costume the least. I'm not gonna say I hate it. Out of all of them, he's my least favorite Robin, character wise and costume wise. Yeah, that's saying a lot. He ranks below Stephanie Brown, the girl Robin, in regular continuity. But otherwise, Gleason's art's good. This villain is very just like whatever. Art wise, I mean he's just a dude in a suit unless they spice him up a little bit. But as of right now, the art can only get better and the writing can only get better. So this book is gonna get a 3 out of 5 for me, just because it's an introduction and I personally don't need one. For other people, you might need one. For other people, you don't. Maybe you feel like this book is better than what I gave you. I don't mind. Tell me that. So I'm gonna move on to the second book. This will be Detective Comics #1 by Tony Daniel and Ryan Winn. So this book takes place about 5 years from present in the past, from present DCU history timeline. But Bruce Wayne's been active as Batman longer than that though, so we don't know. But 5 years. They don't tell you that in the book, by the way, that it's been like in the past. Like that's something you somehow like we found out later, and you're supposed to assume. Well, you gain that. But it starts with Batman hunting down the Joker. The Joker is killing, like he's getting beat up, but the Joker somehow rips the dude's throat out with his teeth because he's the Joker. And he firebombs a building when Batman gets there. Batman ends up having to save a little girl instead of catching the Joker. Joker escapes, and the Gotham PD and Batman have a showdown in the burning building with this girl, like a couple feet away, like about to die. So it shows you that Batman and the Gotham Police Department are not allies. They do not get along. Batman manages to beat the crap out of all the cops and save the girl, and later he meets with Gordon. Gordon's his ally. It seems very similar to early Batman, or like similar to Year One, where Batman and Gordon are somewhat friends, but like they're acquaintances that use each other to stop crime, nothing more, nothing less. They meet, and Batman manages to track down the Joker. He catches him and brings him to Arkham, and I'm just gonna stop. And there's something happens, but I'm gonna stop right there because I don't want to spoil the end of the book or the last page, which is like the WTF moment, like of wow, like what the hell. So starting with the writer, Tony Daniel is the writer, and he does art he's assisted by Ryan Winn. Story-wise, the book is it's a little unclear at the beginning, until like we all found out that this took place in the past. Which I didn't like. I wish they would have put a 5 years in the past type thing, or just let us know that early on. But I mean, you gather that much up through this. Tony Daniel's known. He's had experience writing detective comics. His books are usually either really good or not good. But this is alright. It's a good introduction. I like the fact that Batman's being a detective. I wish he did more. There was more gadget usage. And this, not sounding weird, like he would use like Batman's known for his tools and gadget stuff. I wish he used a little bit more in this gadgets in this than he did. He doesn't really do much except he's doing like Dick Tracy sleuthing with like using his mind, which is not bad, but I want it'd be cool to see like him pull out like hit his cow goggles, like lenses come out and he like tracks the Joker by like heartbeat or heat signature or something crazy like that. But the story's solid as it is right now. there's a new villain called the Dollmaker. I I'm not too thrilled about the villain. At this point, I'm waiting to be interested and see what happens. But at this point, it's whatever. Um, Artwork wise, Daniel does a good job of drawing Batman. I like the sleekness of Batman. I don't like the Batman redesign by Jim Lee is weird. Some people draw well, some people don't. Daniel's is alright. I like the cowl, but the piping he does and the way his is just doesn't. It's just like weird looking. Batman looks like Batman. He's very strong looking. He's very tall. He's very powerful, which is what people expect. His Joker is very well done. It's crazy, typical Joker. Yeah, this book is not for children. There's extreme amount of blood and violence in this. Otherwise, Daniel's art's alright. I don't have a real problem with that. What I don't like is the way he draws Commissioner Gordon, Captain Gordon, wherever he is in this. But that's just me. I just don't like it. So for this book, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5, just because the story is okay. It's not too great, and the artwork's nothing like spectacular. Plot wise, it's yeah, but it can only get better. I hope Daniel does a good job. So he's a good writer. He does certain things well. I hope like he manages to pull Winn through and like continue writing this. Or if he doesn't, they'll just switch up the creative teams. So this is gonna be part 1 of the video. Part 2 is gonna be uploaded right after it. I'm gonna be reviewing Batman, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about New York Comic Con and what passed, and some of the news and the things that happened, and all the awesome craziness that I've seen. So watch part 2. Part 2 will be around somewhere. All right.